Hi everyone, I'm Leah, your yoga instructor. Welcome to Yoga Alchemy. I'm going to take you through an all levels 25-minute Vinyasa flow. If you have a block, you can use your block at any time. If you are a beginner and you need to pause your video during a certain posture, then please feel free to do so. We're going to get started in child's pose. So you'll bring your toes together behind you, your knees will go wide, and slowly reach your arms forward, resting your forehead directly to the mat. And we'll just take these first few moments to come into our breath, slowly inhaling through our nose and gently exhaling through the nose with control. Spread your fingers wide. Maybe you have the space to inch your fingertips a little bit more forward. So take a deep breath in and gently exhale as you rise into your tabletop. So coming into tabletop, your shoulders will stack on top of your wrists. Your knees and your hips will be in alignment, and you're just looking down through your thumbs directly in front of you. We'll begin a round of cat-cow breathing. On your inhale, gently drop the belly button, tailbone to the air, look up to the sky, push out through the armpits, breathe in. And as you exhale, slowly curl the tailbone under, tuck the chin, look to your navel point. Take these at your own pace. And coming back into our tabletop, curl your toes under, send your hips back, downward facing dog. As you arrive in your down dog, feel free to make any adjustments. Your feet are shoulder width apart. There is a slight little gap between your heels and your mat. And it's always good to have a slight bend in your knees. Push your chest towards your thighs as your tailbone stays high. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. Your gaze is up at your navel point. Now let's try to find some movement here. Maybe you pedal into your feet, bending into one knee and then into the other. Maybe you sway your hips left to right. Now very slowly, we're going to tiptoe to our hands, toe heel your feet apart, taking a forward fold ragdoll. So you'll grab opposite elbows. It does help to bend your knees, bringing your chest close to your thighs. And you can find stillness in this posture, or if it feels good to sway gently back and forth. Bring your hands to the mat, toe heel your feet together to touch. Halfway lift, palms plug into shins. Now squeeze your shoulder blades back and make sure your hips are stacked directly on top of your ankles. So if it feels like you're pushing your hips back, you want to lean forward and try to line that up. Exhale, fold and release. Again, halfway lift, palms to shins. Exhale, fold and empty. Root to rise, one vertebrae at a time. We'll find extended mountain pose, slowly rising. As you get to the top, reach your fingertips to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Maybe you find a back bend. And exhale your hands to the mat. Step back 1 foot at a time into your high plank. Now, when we come into our planks today, whether high or low, you can always bring your knees to the mat and lift up your toes. Bring your chin forward, coming up to your toes, and slowly lower down to either low plank or baby cobra on your belly. Upward facing dog, lift up through the gate of your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a big sigh. So that first chaturanga is always usually the most challenging. Let's go ahead and do one more. Rise on your toes, bend your knees, either step or hop to your hands. Halfway lift, empty and fold, root to rise, breathe in, and gently exhale, hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Lower to low plank or baby cobra, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Very nice. Reset, come back into breath. Bring your big toes together to touch. Inhale your right leg as high as you can, keeping your toes pointing down, coming into three-legged dog. So your lifted thigh is active. Begin to bend into your right knee, stack your hip and twist. So we're keeping our shoulders square to the mat. You can find movement by rotating your ankle or giving your toes a wiggle. And gently place your right foot beside your left. This time, left leg goes back for three-legged dog. Bend that left knee, stack your hip, coming into your twist. You can always take this twist on your back knee. So maybe you lower your right knee to the mat. Gently exhale your left foot beside your right foot. Right leg goes back, stepping forward to crescent lunge. High crescent lunge. So we're up on the ball of our back foot. All 10 toes point forward. And it's up to you if you want to bend your back knee or straighten your back knee. Bring your hands to heart center. Plug your palms together. Make sure your forearms are parallel to the mat. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we'll take our twist, hooking our left elbow to our right thigh. Press down with your right palm into your left, and as you press, draw your right shoulder blade back. Now, this is a posture where you can drop your back knee to the mat. If you do so, you're able to work more of the depth of the twist, whereas if you leave your back knee lifted, you're working more balance and stability. So there's really no right or wrong way. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, unwind, spin up to warrior two. So coming into warrior two, you want to go for length from fingertip to fingertip. Drop your hips low and drive down through your right heel. Your gaze is steady and strong over your right middle finger. And we breathe here for space. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Reach back as far as you can. And exhale your right hand to the mat as you bring your left leg up for half moon, balancing half moon. So this is where a block might come in handy. You can always hold on to a block, bringing the ground up closer for you. Try to stay light on your fingertips and go for length from the crown of your head to the bottom of your back foot. If you're just starting out, half moon, you can always drop your back toes down for balance. And when you're ready to lift off, you'll know when. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step back to warrior two. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step back to high plank. Now bring your knees to the mat for tabletop. And let's take some hip circles, drawing your hips the whole way back on your inhale. Exhaling your shoulders above your fingertips. Go ahead and switch directions. And we'll meet back in a neutral spine. Setting up for spinal balance, reach your right arm forward. So you'll bring your bicep right up against your ear, your thumb will point to the sky, and extend your back leg, the left leg behind you. Toes are flexed, pointing down towards your mat. Plug down through your left palm, push up and out through the armpit. Everything draws into center line. You can stay in this hold, or if you'd like to take a twist, begin to bend your left leg, reach back with your right hand to your left ankle or toes, and draw your right shoulder blade back. Open up through that heart space, we breathe. Exhale, release back to spinal balance, and we'll all meet back in tabletop. Let's take one more round of hip circles. Switch directions. And then meeting back in tabletop, this time reaching the left arm forward, squeeze your bicep against your left ear, and extend your right leg behind you, flexing your toes. And take your time. If you feel any shakiness or fatigue, you want to breathe through that. Those long, deep inhales and exhales through the nostrils. You can stay in your hold, or you can take your twist, reaching back with your left hand to your right toes and drawing your left shoulder blade back. Exhale, release back to spinal balance. And then exhale to tabletop. Curl your toes under, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Take your right leg back for three-legged dog, and gently step your right foot forward, warrior one. Rise up. So warrior one, your back foot is between a 40 and 60 degree angle. So maybe your left toes are pointing towards the left corner of your mat, or maybe your back foot is completely parallel to the back edge of your mat. Drive down through your right heel. Go for length from your waist the whole way up to your fingertips. Relax the shoulders, but squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Breathe in and breathe out. Open up to warrior two. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Back into warrior two. Straighten out your right knee. Take your right hand either on top of your ankle or in front of your ankle for triangle, Trikonasana. Now this again is where a block may come in handy. You can always hold on to a block, placing it in front of your foot. And if it helps, you can have a watery bend in your right knee. But typically in triangle, both legs are straight. So in this case, we're focusing on the left side body, keeping our left ankle, left hip, left shoulder, neck, and head all in one straight line. Draw your left shoulder blade back, spin your heart to the sky. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your left arm down, twisted triangle, right arm high, or out to the side. So if bringing your right arm up does not feel good in your shoulder, you'll just reach it out to the side. Take one more breath. Exhale, spin up to warrior two. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Now you can join me in this connecting vinyasa, or you can just meet in downward facing dog. Exhale to low, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long sigh. Take your left leg back for three-legged dog and step forward, warrior one. So feel free to make any adjustments. If it feels like your left knee is caving in towards the center, you can inch it out towards your left pinky toe. And if it doesn't feel good to bend into that left knee, you can straighten it out. Open up to warrior two. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale back to warrior two. Straighten your left knee, Trikonasana triangle pose. Reach down with your left hand, right arm sweeps high. So now we're focusing on the right side body. Draw your right shoulder blade back. You can actually feel your right rib cage roll back as your left rib cage rolls under. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, right arm goes low, left arm goes high, twisted triangle. So in twisted triangle, our hips remain square to the mat. And now the focus is on the left shoulder. Look up to your left hand if you can. Take a deep breath in. Gently exhale, spin up to warrior two. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale your hands to the mat. Step back to high plank and pause in high plank. So again, you can always bring your knees to the mat and pick up your toes. This will be a hold to strengthen the core. Belly button draws up and in. We breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently rest your toes behind you. Widen the knees, finding a child's pose. Hips go back to the heels. Reach your fingertips forward. Gently curl your toes under, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Tiptoe forward to your hands and slowly rise one vertebrae at a time. Extended mountain pose, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into our tree pose, so I'm going to face this way so you can see it a little bit better. You're going to take your right foot on the inside of your left leg, so either above the knee or below the knee. So you never want to put it on the knee joint or the ankle joint. Now you can also just leave your toes down for a little kickstand. Hands will come to heart center. And once you find your balance, maybe you take a different arm variation. Maybe you raise your arms. Maybe you lower your fingertips for more rooting and grounding. Focus on the core and focus on breath here. Also, your eye gaze is looking forward or even slightly above. And remember, if you fall out of it, it's not a big deal. We all fall out of postures. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, gently slide your right foot beside your left foot. Now take a moment to ground down. Feel the earth underneath of your feet. And coming into tree pose on the left. So now we take that left foot to the inside of our right leg. Now if you're working near a wall, you can always hold on to the wall, lean up against the wall. The wall is also a prop. Take any arm variation. Breathe in, reach the sky, and exhale, slide your left foot beside your right. Take a deep breath in, fingertips high, and exhale, slowly coming into a forward fold of your choice. So we'll toe heel our feet apart. For this forward fold, if you want to tuck your palms underneath of your feet for gorilla pose, or you can take your 2 peace fingers, hook them to your 2 big toes. Or maybe you just let your arms hang. Place your hands to the mat, toe heel your feet together to touch. Halfway lift, fold and empty, step back to high plank. On the count of 3, lower the whole way down to your bellies for 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down along your sides, turn your head to either side. Just taking a moment of rest. Setting up for locust pose, a belly back bend. You'll leave your arms down along your sides, palms face the floor. Bring your chin to the mat and get ready to lift up through the legs and thighs and lift up through the chest. Squeeze your pinkies in. Now it's important to look down at your mat so you're not putting stress on your neck. And we hold this for 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly exhale, come the whole way down to the mat. Bring your palms forward, elbows to the mat, and lift the chest for a baby cobra. If you need more of a back bend, you can always lift your elbows off of the mat. Exhale, lower your chest, curl your toes under, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Tiptoe forward to your hands. Have a seat at the edge of your mat. Pull your knees into your chest and begin to rock and roll head to tail, just massaging out the spine. We'll land on our backs, keeping our knees squeezed into the chest. Gently take your left leg straight down to your mat. And then you're going to take your right knee across the body for a supine twist. Now, as you do that, your right hip will lift up towards the sky. Your arms can reach out wide, or maybe you bring them into goalpost arms, bending at the elbows. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. And gently hug those knees back into your chest. This time, keeping a hold of your left knee, straighten out your right leg, and take your left knee across the body, opening up towards the left side. Again, squeeze those knees to your chest and release your feet flat to the mat. We're going to set up for a bridge or a supported bridge. So you'll walk your heels about halfway back, feet are shoulder width apart. If you're using your block, you'll place your block underneath of your hips. If you're not using your block, then you can either take a bind by interlacing your fingers underneath of your hips or just pressing your palms down into your mat beside your hips. We're going to lift up, press, tuck the chin, hold for a 5 count breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently set your hips to the mat. Coming into reclined butterfly, soles of the feet together to touch, knees are wide. Take one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Just feeling the heart beating underneath your palm and the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe in and out. Squeeze your knees back into your chest. And you're going to activate every muscle in your body. Try to give your knees a kiss. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release for Shavasana. Please feel free to take as long as you want in Shavasana today. I thank you for tuning in. Namaste.